Lately, I've been reflecting a lot on boundaries. And what I find really interesting is that a lot of people in my community that are also in their 40s are having those same questions and taking those similar actions. And it's interesting because it's something that in my 20s or my 30s, I would have easily felt this urge to stretch myself to kind of an impossible degree and feel overly burdened and absolutely responsible for everything. What's interesting is that in theory, having those boundaries would have been nice, but it just was something that I could never fully implement, or I would feel terribly guilty about not implementing them. And more often than not, I would say no to myself and say yes to others or other commitments, even if that meant saying no to myself. And there's always a balance, of course, that we have to strike, and responsibilities and things that we work for and things that are meaningful to us, no question. But at the same time, this idea of really giving ourselves the permission to say yes to ourselves by saying no to something else. And oftentimes we might overly focus on the no to something else and think about the guilt, the missed opportunities, the maybe letting somebody down. But then also inviting and allowing this other point of view of, is this a yes to myself? Is this something that's part of a greater plan and greater picture that I have that will allow me to have that energy and the resources and the desire to perhaps do more and share more and be present in a more meaningful way for ourselves and others. So I'll leave you with that. I'm curious to hear, what are your thoughts on boundaries, on saying those yeses and nos, and where do you draw the line?